Hi, it's Vex, and today we're excited for our old friend Garth One-Eye. That's right, coming out Modern Horizons. I believe he's from the video game Chandelier or something. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong. But Garth One-Eye is a 5-color commander, Wooburg, one of each, legendary creature, human wizard. And he's got a very unique ability. Actually very controversial, maybe, who knows. Very unique. Tap, choose a card name that hasn't been chosen from among Disenchant, Brain Geyser, Terror, Shivan Dragon, Regrowth, and the infamous Black Lotus. Create a copy of the card with a chosen name. You may cast the copy. So, wow, that's insane. It's like, you're like, Black Lotus? This is indeed how we get Black Lotus in the Commander. But it comes as a token, not the actual Black Lotus. The actual Black Lotus is actually banned in Commander. Let's get that straight. So you can actually play a real Black Lotus inside your deck, but you can use Garth to tap and create a token of a Black Lotus. If you haven't seen, I have a video on how to make Black Lotus tokens right there. I'll put the link up there for you, and the link in the description. Creating Black Lotuses. We have various Black Lotuses that we can create, like this Black Lotus. Make a token copy. The funny part is, most Magic players, I'm not sure, know what Black Lotus does. They know it's very powerful. They might know what it does. You know, Black Lotus essentially has a text here. Actually, you know what? Let's get a real Black Lotus. This is a real Black Lotus. From my video, I turned it to a token. But yes, this is a real unlimited Black Lotus. If you want to really, really flex on your friends, you could be like, tap, I'll just make my Black Lotus. Casually make a card, right? Okay, anyways. This is a Black Lotus. Black Lotus is essentially a 0 CMC, 0 mana value artifact. You tap, sack, add 3 mana of any color to your mana pool. So if somebody taps your Lotus, you can't just sack it. You have to tap, sack. So yes, this is a Lotus, Black Lotus, and you're like, well, there's 5 other cards. What do they do? So let's actually go through all these cards because these are cards from the original Alpha set. That's what Garth does, makes a copy of cards from the original Alpha set. Disenchant. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. You have Brain Geyser. This is on the reserve list also with the Black Lotus. X 2 blue. Sorcery. Target player draws X cards. Very straightforward. This is how you use Garth to draw lots of cards. Next card, Terror. Destroys target creature. Target non-black non-artifact creature that can't be regenerated. I know it's got the old unlimited text in there, but it is what it is. Because, you got to use the old school tokens. You can't use like new Terror tokens. You got to use old Terror tokens. Shivan Dragon, extremely iconic, bulk rare. Nowadays, the Shivan Dragon's worth, unlimited one's still worth quite a bit. 4 red, flying. It's got fire breathing. Pay 1 red, it gets +1/+0 until the end of turn. Regrowth, return target card from your graveyard to your hand. So these are the 6 cards that Garth One-Eye can create right here, including the infamous Black Lotus, which is banned in Commander. So this Black Lotus I can never use in a deck in Commander unless I rule 0 it, and I don't think anybody will allow me to rule 0 that card in there because it's extremely powerful. Imagine Jeweled Lotus on steroids with Black Lotus. Imagine Jeweled Lotus and Black Lotus. All right, moving on. So there's actually a cool combo with Garth One-Eye. So let's actually get the deck here. I brought the rest of the deck, not just the card. A cool combo. Oh, don't forget your tokens right here, right there. I'm using these as tokens to represent the cards from Garth One-Eye. They're the original cards, so it's pretty cool. Don't forget other tokens here. So there's actually an infinite combo with Garth One-Eye, and the deck I'm going to present to you does cool things where you could tap Garth, untap Garth, and tap Garth again. Now, there's a caveat. If you tap Garth to make a Black Lotus, you can't untap and tap and make another Black Lotus because you says choose a card name that hasn't been chosen before. But you could tap Garth, make a Black Lotus, untap Garth with like an untapper, sack the Black Lotus. Tap Garth, say Regrowth, sack the Black Lotus, and use the Regrowth. Stuff like that. There's ways to blink Garth, which is the infinite combo I'm going to show you here with Deadeye Navigator and a card that gives haste like Fervor. So you would soulbound Garth and Deadeye Navigator together, right? And then Deadeye Navigator says, as long as Deadeye Navigator is paired with another creature, each of those creatures has 1 in blue, exile this creature, then return to the battlefield under your control. And then when you return to the battlefield, you get the soul bonded again. So the idea is what you do is you tap Garth, make a Black Lotus token, why not? Sack, Black Lotus token for 3 blue. Use Deadeye Navigator's ability that it's given to Garth to exile and return to the battlefield. You'll have 1 spare mana. And Fervor will grant Garth haste, because this is a new object. Then since it's a new object, you could tap and create another Lotus token here. Right there, sack it for whatever color you want. You can use the blue here. Then for every iteration, you gain 1 extra mana. So now you have infinite mana with Garth, right? And then you could tap Garth when you have infinite mana to Brain Geyser yourself, draw some parts of your deck, you know, give yourself some protection. Then you could untap Garth with your infinite mana, tap him again. The Brain Geyser each opponent to death, essentially. That's how you would win with Garth and these 2 cards. The card combo is in there. It's in there because it's fun. It's not the main goal of the deck. Main goal is just to tap Garth and get value, right? Okay. So how do we play this deck? How's this deck built for us? Let's see. We have our secondary commander, Golos, because we have a 5-color commander, and what best card to be secondary and actually just be part of 9/9 is Golos. So we include Golos. So Golos is right there. Actually, I wonder if Golos is a better commander than Garth, because Golos is Golos. It is what it is. We have some haste makers, so we can because a lot of this deck is about tapping, gaining value, and untapping, gaining value. Not just Garth, but other cards, which we'll get to. But we'll just, talk about the haste makers real quick. Fervor, which, all your creatures get haste. Anger, if it's in the graveyard, you control a mountain, all your creatures get haste. Samut, all other creatures you control have haste, so it's just an automatic haste gainer. And the cool part is it has a tap ability too, so you could tap, it says untap another target creature, so it's got like a little tap untapper too, so it's like two things in one. Haste granter and untapper. Kenrith, the Returned King, the red does give haste, and Kenrith is just very good value. Also 5-color, can be your tertiary commander. So those are your haste granters there. What do we want to do with our haste granters? We want to allow you to untap things like Garth and other things. So we have our untappers. I can't pronounce this. Alfeto Alchemist, I believe. Untap target creature or artifact or creature. So untapper. Hero's Follower. Untap another target permanent. When you say so, without anything to untap to retap, you can just untap land. That works really well. It's like a ramp spell. Vizier of Tumbling Sands. Untap another target permanent. Kelpie Guide. Untap another target permanent you control. So it's not, you can't help a friend. However, you can tap target permanent, activate only if you control 8 or more lands. Seedborn Muse. This is not like untap or at will, but you get untap at the beginning of everybody's turn. It's very, very good. 1,000-Year Elixir right here, so you can use tap abilities that are, it doesn't give haste. It gives you like tap ability, tap haste, and then you can untap another creature. So it gets untappers there. It's pretty neat. Next is we want to gain value by tapping, not just Garth. So we're going to put these cards away here. We're just going to talk about these cards. We gain value by making creatures. Reese makes creatures. And also Reese can double tokens, so it does 2 things. Pretty neat there. Kazandu Tuskcaller. If you level up Kazandu Tuskcaller a bunch of times, can make creatures. So you want to tap, make creatures. Thraben Doomsayer. Make some more 1/1 human creatures. These make elephants. Krenko is really cool. You tap it once, it makes another goblin, because Krenko's the only goblin in the deck, I believe. And then you tap it, untap it, tap it again, it makes 2 goblins because you have an extra goblin there, and it just exponentially grows. Kiki Jiki makes some tokens of other creatures, non-legendary, of course. And it gives haste. Godsire make gigantic tokens. I mean, make 8 beast tokens, pretty big. Right there. So those are token generators. We have non-token generators, but good tappers, like the original Royal Assassin from the Alpha set, destroy target tapped creatures. So you can use Kelpie Guide to tap a creature, use Royal Assassin to destroy it. So it discourages anybody from attacking you, because you can just be like, oh, you want to attack me? Die. Royal Assassin is pretty good at that. Arcanus, the Omnipotent. tap, draw 3 cards. This is very, very good. And you could pay 4 to save it, return it to bounce to your hand. So those are 2 good tappers. We didn't include that. We're really concentrated on making creatures because we have, not doubling seas, the doublers, Anointed Procession, and the other one. The green one. I'll get to it, but I forgot what his name right now. It slips my mind. We do have some copiers to copy our untappers, or even copy Garth or our tappers. So it's very valuable because Sakashima makes it non-legendary, and then Spark double makes it non-legendary. So also allows you to get copy non-legendary with this makes it non-legendary. This makes the legend rule not apply. So you can copy the Spark double with Kiki Jiki. Brewerclad, it makes tokens and lets you copy your tokens. So you could say you have 10 tokens, you can copy all your tokens can be Black Lotuses. So that's pretty neat. Okay, so we have our tap, iron tap, haste, combo, all the good stuff with Garth right here. Then we have some protection spells because we have a lot of fragile creatures that need protecting, and Garth needs protecting because Garth is going to be a huge target because obviously Garth can create 6 cool cards that do a lot of various things. Very powerful card. So we have quite a bit of protection in the deck because we want to protect our commander. Swiftfoot Boots. We do not have Lightning Greaves because we want to target Garth with what's his name? Deadeye Navigator. So we just have the boots. But we have other protection spells like Heroic Intervention, Deflecting Swat. Again, these free spells, I tend to just use them if somebody's about to win the game, or somebody's going to kill your commander or disrupt your plan. If somebody does some haymaker, it doesn't really win them the game. I just would hold Deflecting Swat. Same for Fierce Guardianship. Again, mostly for protection, or somebody's about to win the game. Flawless Maneuver, gain indestructible, more protection spells. Teferi's Protection, right there. And a secret protection spell, Scion of Draco. Because if you read really carefully, let's read like Scion of Draco does, because it's a new card from Modern Horizons. 12 mana, you never pay 12 by the way. Domain, this card costs 2 less to cast for each basic land type among lands you control. So if you have a Triome and a Shock land, then you can pay 2 mana for Scion of Draco. Flying, so each creature you control has Vigilance if it's white. Hexproof if it's blue. That's the important part. Garth is blue, so Garth will get Hexproof. Lifelink if it's black. First Strike if it's red. Trample if it's green. The important part is Hexproof if it's blue. We are playing a bunch of blue creatures, so we want to give them Hexproof. So it's a good protection spell. And you don't have the equip. You just have it on the battlefield. It's very good. So we have that. Card draw. Playing with the new Esper Sentinel from Modern Horizons. Very good card draw. Even though once per turn per player. But again, the taxing effect is real. It's very good. Wanderer Archaic is not card draw, but can be card advantage. Because if they don't pay the 2, you get to copy their spells. More copying, of course. Solvent Library. This is from, I don't have the original Legends one, but it's from Legends. It's an older card, but I do have an Eternal Masters one, so it's a good way to draw some cards. Ristic Study, of course. I mean, you got to play all the tax effects, right? We are playing Smothering Tide too, and Esper Sentinel, Ristic Study, Wanderer Archaic. It's tax time. Windfall is a good way to draw some cards, get Anger in the graveyard. That's card draw here. We have some tutors. We loaded it with more than the usual amount of tutors because if we do want to backdoor away in the combo or we're missing a piece on untapper when we have a tapper, we can Vampiric Tutor into it, Demonic Tutor, Worldly Tutor, Aldamri's Call. So 4 tutors. Usually I only run Demonic, but we're not running the Green Sun Zenith package. Just a lot of things are blue, but some good amount of tutors. Creature tutors and generic tutors. Removal, the original Swords of Plowshares from Alpha Set. I like the white border. I know you guys might say, oh, this guy always has his white border. I like white border. Some people are biased. Assassin's Trophy, very clean answer to almost anything. Anguish Unmaking, another very clean answer. Cyclonic Rift, extremely good answer. Toxic Deluge. See, we're playing all the colors, so we get all the good removal. Blasphemous Act, again, very good answer. Then we have some utility spells. Malkia Rebirth. This is another piece of protection just in case Garth dies. I should have put it in the protection section, but I forgot. Sorry about that. Garth dies, you can kind of bring Garth back. Balgate Recovery, get things back from the graveyard. I know you have Regrowth here, but sometimes you can't regrowth all the things you want. Eternal Witness. Here it is, Parallel Lives. That's a card I forgot the name of. Parallel Lives, Northern Procession, double your tokens. You have a bunch of token makers. Your commander's a token maker. Bam, double your tokens. Then you have some ramp spells. You know, old school birds. Gotta include birds. Ignoble Hierarch next to Noble Hierarch because it's fun. Bloom Tender makes tons of colors. If you have Garth on the battlefield, makes 5 colors. Very good. Feybarrow Elder. Again, same thing. Makes 5 colors. Dockside Extortionist, of course. Of course. Why not? I mean, yeah, you gotta have it. Old School Soul Ring was in the alpha set. Arcane Signet. Fellerstone was in the dark, right here. Then some tutors. Farseek, 3 visits. Smothering Tithe, more taxes. And then you have some Rainbow Lands, Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, World Tree, necessary, any 5-color deck, very good. Triomes, right here, base green Triomes. Again, green is a very important color in this deck because it's a deck of ramp. Green Triomes, every Shockland, all 10 Shocklands because we can. Right there, some utility lands. Bajuka Bog is just our only graveyard hate. We need it. Minamo is actually an untapper, untapped target legendary permanent, like Garth. Field of the Dead, we're making tokens. Let's just embrace it. And we're playing all these different colored land, like one of every land, so Field of the Dead's good. All 10 fetch lands, because we need to make our colors work. Some basics, except for we're playing snow covered and regular basics. We got basics from Modern Horizons. That's a cool island, right? Okay, so that is how Garth works. It's Garth is a fun deck. I love playing Garth. I love making Black Lotuses. My play group doesn't like me making Black Lotuses, so that's why I loaded. I went a little overboard in protection, but I think Garth is a very big target that people just don't like. They don't want you to have fun, so that's why I have so much protection, because I feel like your play group is out to get you for you know, playing with the card you shouldn't play in Commander, like this card, right? Okay. Anyways, if you enjoy this video, you enjoy check out my deck tech, give it a thumbs up, smash the subscribe button, hit the notification bell to be alerted for when I have new videos, new deck techs, box openings, discussions, etc. Again, I have the deck list and TCG player affiliate link in the description below. I'm going to shuffle this deck up, and then we're going to do a little quick gold fishing. We'll be right back. We are back, and yes, we still have our tokens here. I actually recommend that everybody get, if you're going to play Garth, make some legible tokens and what these cards do, like kind of like from MTG Gold Fishing. You just print them out like this, or you can take the, you know, something. Let's see here, like this, a Lotus Bloom that has, you know, essentially the Oracle text of it. Sacrifice, add 3 mana of any one color, stuff like that. So people know what it is, what it does. They don't have to be like, oh yeah, sure, it does whatever you say it does. Okay, anyways, let's start the game. Here, start the little gold fishing. 4 plus 3, 7. Let's see what we got. All right, we got some lands. Okay, we got 4 lands right here. All the different colors, 2 red, blue, got green. We're missing white, so Farseek has to get us that white. So we technically have 5 lands, right? We got a bunch of lands. We got an untapper in a land, which is pretty cool. Remember, untaps target legendary permanent. Spark Double is never legendary, so remember that. Krenko is legendary. Krenko doesn't require an activation cost, which is great. All right, let's start. See, we got 7 cards here. Fervor. Okay, that's great too. That helps us get things started off earlier. So we'll play the Golf Triangle, tapped. They all come in and play tapped. Turn 2. Oh, we've got a turn counter here. Turn 2. Okay, we got choices here. Fellerstone or Farseek. Let's do Farseek because we have a green mana right here, so we have the Shockin. Or we do Minamo right here on the Shockin 8 lands, but let's do Minamo right here. And then we'll just play Farseek and get our white, because I think we're missing white. We got blue, green here, red, black, and then a white land. So let's do that. And what better way to do it than get a white Triumph, right? Usually I do it during other people's turns. I was like, hey, I'm getting a white land, go. Indulta Triumph. That's a land that produces white. Perfect. Then we shuffle our deck here. Right there. I'm even shuffling the top of my deck just for you guys. I have no idea what's coming up next. It's the mystery card. It's great. Okay, anyways. Gonna fix it up in a bit. Untap. fix my deck up a little bit. Our 3 lands. Draw a card. Eternal Witness. Okay, so we have choices. We could play Fervor, right? We could play a Rock and Fervor, I believe, which is the best. Or we could play Krenko, but not tap him. So we play Fervor, we could play Krenko next turn and tap it, or play Garth and tap it. Tap him. So, okay, so let's just shock in a Steam Vents here, and then tap these 2 to play Felwar Stone. Tap Felwar Stone and the Triome right here to play our Fervor. All our creatures get haste. Yep. And then this is a pretty good turn. Turn 3 play. So turn 4, usually what happens? Ramping happens. More lands. That's okay. Okay, we got Eternal Witness. Get Farseek back to get more lands. So we have choices. Do we want Garth One-Eye? If we think so, let's counter mana. Let's actually play our Sacred Foundry untapped here. We have 6 mana. You can play Garth right here and tap Garth, but you can't cast anything except for the Black Lotus. Then you can play Krenko or Spark Double here. So let's actually do it. So let's play, green, blue, white, red, white, black. Yeah, green, blue, white, red, black. Perfect. Yeah, so what we can do is play Garth here, right? Garth gets haste because of Fervor. We tap Garth for our, of course, our Infinite Black Lotus token. We could sack the Black Lotus token right there. Tap here. We could Spark Double Garth right there with the +1/+1 counter, of course, make it 6/6. Tap, Spark Double for another Black Lotus, or we just wait. We just wait until the end of somebody's turn, and we're just like, okay, we'll wait. Then we'll tap for Black Lotus. Right? Remember, these 2 have tapped for Black Lotus. You can't tap for Black Lotus again. So now we have a Black Lotus sitting in our battlefield. We do it because Black Lotus is very novel, and why not? It's super fun. Draw a card. Turn 5. All right, we have Protection, Malkia Rebirth. So anything happens to Garth, Malkia Rebirth. So we're going to keep our Zagoth Triome chilling there because our black mana. Or we play Blood Crypt into play untapped. Right there. Or I keep our black mana open just in case we need to do it. Protection. If we are running out of cards, what we can do is make a copy of Brain Geyser from any of our 2 Garths. Remember, they cannot no longer make Lotuses. Or if you want to just say, or if you want to just Big Beater. Again, I think the optimal play is play Krenko, start cranking out some goblins, or play Brain Geyser and drawing a bunch of cards because you got not Lotus plus 7 mana. But we came in at fun, right? We're gonna tap this Garth here. We're going to put a copy of Shivan Dragon onto the stack-ish, and try to cast Shivan. So we still have to cast it, right? We can't just like, it doesn't make Shivan Dragon put on the battlefield. It makes a copy of the card, and then you still have to cast it, right? So we're gonna cast our Shivan Dragon for 6 because it's fun. And then we're like, oh, it's got haste. Tap with Shivan Dragon. Then again, let's just keep our Blood Crypt on tap. I totally forgot what I just said. Keep the Blood Crypt on tap. So just in case, what happens is if they try to kill it, right, you choose target creature you control, you lose 2 life until end of turn. That creature gains whenever this creature dies, returns to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control. I know you can't use Fervor again with it, but hypothetically, if somebody try to kill it, now if they swords it, then you can't save it. But if somebody kills it, you could do Malkia Rebirth. Dies right here, returns to the battlefield tapped. Then you could use Black Lotus again, right? So hypothetically, they say they killed it, then you're just like untap here, turn 6. Boom, Birds of Paradise, more alpha cards. Look at all these cards. I just put all these cards together because they look so cool, right? These look cool. Okay, this guy. So you have to remember which guy has done what. This guy is free to do anything. Spark Double has done a Black Lotus and can do anything else. So we're just like, oh, we feel a little low on cards. We need to draw some cards. So let's tap here. Let's make a copy of Brain Geyser right there. How much do we Brain Geyser for? Let's just keep our Lotus around just in case. Let's Brain Geyser for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. So this guy's using Brain Geyser for 5. Put that back because copy goes away. So we're gonna draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so what we could do is play our land here. We could play our land here. Sack our Lotus for 3 green. 3 green here. We could play our Affetto Alchemist because we tap this land, sack our Lotus. Here we can untap. Actually, we could play our Lotus again with this Garth. So we have two green mana floating. We could tap this to untap this Garth here, right there. Or if we wanted to, we could tap this to untap. This is use more cards, so we just keep on using cards on this one. Tap this to use like maybe a if we make Lotus, or we already made Lotus that Garth. See what we can do. We can get Malkia Rebirth back, but we don't have any mana. We could use the Lotus mana if in case of emergency. So I think that's good. We'll use. What we'll do is we'll cast Regrowth right here. Take our 2 green mana, cast Regrowth here. Regrowth our Malkia Rebirth right there. In a pinch, we can sack our Lotus to do Malkia Rebirth. All right, it's like super fun. Let's play one more turn. Let's do it. Bam. So if somebody, let's say somebody tries to kill you, sack it. Malkia Rebirth. This guy can now play anything they want. Here, let's put Lotus back down here. And you can attack with your Shivan Dragon. Draw your card. Bam. Play our fetch land here. And I have 9 mana. What to do? Now we have Seedborn Muse and Krenko. So we could do lots of cool stuff. Now again, this Garth can make a Lotus because it got Malkia Rebirth. Right, that Garth can make a Lotus. This copy Garth has used Regrowth, Brain Geyser, and Lotus, so it can make a Disenchant, Terror, Shivan Dragon. I think this Garth just made Shivan Dragon. So I think what we do is we just do wombo combo. Seedborn Muse requires lots of green, so I have 2 green here, unfortunately. 2 green here. Tap the non-red lands. I have Seedborn Muse, and then I play my Krenko right here. And this is the combo here. I know I need to tap sack a fetch land. Let me sack that fetch land for something. Godless Shrine. No, I need a Temple Guard. I need a green source. I'm running out of green sources. So yeah, playing 5 colors is really difficult because sometimes you gotta manage your colors and mana, and you really want World Tree so you don't have to deal with any of this shenanigans that I'm dealing with right now with not having enough green sources. So let's see, Temple Garden. So let's do Temple Garden. There we go. All right, so we play Krenko. So this is the wombo combo here. Is during your turn, what you do is you tap this for a Goblin token right here. So let's make room here in Garth. Krenko and Goblin token here. And then what you can do is play a Affetto right there. Untap Krenko, make 2 more Goblin tokens. Bam. 2 more Goblin tokens, and then 2 more tokens equal 3. 3 total tokens. Again, we're keeping our Lotus up for Malkia Rebirth. Protect our... Actually, we played that one. Why is that not in our yard? Okay. I think, no, we didn't play it. We still have it up. Keep this for Malkia Rebirth. I forgot. Tell me if I play it or not. But anyways, there's a combo right here. Is you get to untap Garth. You can only make Black Lotus. So many Black Lotuses, but you can do other spells. Now the combo is tap, untap. So you go to your next opponent's turn, you untap Krenko, and you untap your Affetto Alchemist and do this. So what you do is you tap Krenko for 4 more goblins. Here, you untap Krenko during the second player's turn. Tap Krenko for 8 more goblins. So this is +2 here. +2, +3, and then 8 more goblins. And then you go to the next player's turn, you untap these 2, And then you have 16, right? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 goblins. Then you have 32 goblins. You keep going, blah, blah, blah. And you have tons of goblins. Then you still have, again, you still have Brain Geyser on this Garth to keep drawing lots of cards. You have your Lotus. You have 1,000 Elixir. You make more Krankos. So this deck is super fun. Tap, untap things. Here, somehow you want to return Spark Double as a copy of Kranko and make tons more goblins if you could. That's essentially how the deck works, and it's super fun just to make these tokens. Again, I think if you want to play optimally, instead of making Shivan Dragon, we should have just Brain Geysered or something. And then if we need to kill something, we got Terror in our back pocket. We could just Garth, sack Black Lotus, Terror something. So it's really, really cool. This deck has a lot of possibilities. Again, it's a 5-color deck. Manage your mana appropriately. As you can see, we were running out of green sources, and we need we have all these green pips, but it's hard to play all these green cards at the same time. Yep. Anyways, if you enjoy the deck, if you enjoy seeing cool old cards like these, give the video a thumbs up, smash the subscribe button, hit the notification bell to be alerted when new videos come up. Let's put Black Lotus on top. And as always, have a wonderful day.